It's the 13th letter to the cipher to all of the kings and queens out there. I hope you all are doing well this evening, and I'm sorry that I'm late. I was supposed to be on here maybe around 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, but dealing with life's journey, life's duty, so to say. How you all doing this evening? That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you. Are you on that frequency right now? Are you on that frequency? Because if you're not on that frequency, guess what? LOST. Deal with LOW frequency. I cannot deal with LOW frequency. Who needs it anyway? Look at what low frequency does for us. What has it done for you? But anyway, I want to thank you all once again for tuning in. This is the 25th day that we are actually doing this, driven, passionate about completing it, and we have 3 days left. For all of you who have been doing that upliftment, who have been working or striving to do something positive for yourself, to yourself, for your children, for your family, for your neighbors, for your community, if you are still on that page, on that frequency with me, thumbs up to you. We got 3 days left, and we done. And it has been an enjoyable ride, an enjoyable, crazy ride, but most definitely, it should have been a learning one for all of us and all of you who have been viewing and participating. I want to tip my hat to you. I want to talk about a couple of things before I get off into whatever I'm going to get off into. I really was supposed to come with Socrates and Plato and Aristotle today, along with Pythagoras. I was supposed to come with that. But guess what? Something else caught my attention, and I had to say something about it. We'll get to that in a minute. But what's going on in the news? What's going on in the news? R. Kelly. They finally got his ass, okay? Good for him. The Mad Piper has been piped. The Mad Piper has been piped. They say that he can't pay his bail. I find that hard to believe, but that's what happens when you don't have knowledge with money and don't organize it, you know. But anyway, I don't feel bad for his fucking ass, okay? So I feel no sympathy for his pedophiliac ass, okay? That's just real talk. No shots out to R. Kelly. No shots out to R. Kelly. And for all of those who want to be inside of that music industry or entertainment industry, look at what these people do. They are actually devil worshipers and pedophiles. When you go off into that Pandora box, into that room, when you want to go to the next level, they got somebody waiting for you. Big Dick Bob is waiting for you. Maybe 3 of them. They want to jab you in your peanut butter. I'm serious. You don't look at Puffy. He's a faggot. Jay-Z's a faggot. I'm just saying. And tons of other people. Now, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And if you all are dying to get there, this is why some people don't make it. But many people are dying to get there. And many people that you hear about, one-time wonders, and you don't hear about them anymore, maybe it was because they didn't want to go through what was in that room. Okay? At the Bohemian clubs. Okay? Y'all know what's up. R. Kelly ass. Then you got who? Oh, they give Oscars to Regina King and Spike Lee. Now, I'm just saying, with all of the past nonsense that Black people had with the Oscars, okay, and they finally give some away now, because I think it was a year ago or two that did nobody black got any. But black people have enough talent and wealth among themselves to have their own award show, whatever it may be. There is enough black people in this country to make a change in regards to political, social, and economic structure for black people. But you ask them why they don't, you ask them that. It's because they've been caught up. They've been caught up. They've been caught up. And they can't help you. They can't help you because those in power got so many secrets on them now. It's too late for them to turn back. And the Mad Piper, they let him do what he was going to do and make all the money that he was going to make for them. And it's like they use you and they allow you to do whatever you want to do, depending upon how much money you're making for them. They would allow you to do, look at Michael Jackson, look at O.J. Simpson, look at Elvis Presley, look at John Wayne, look at Rick Ross, look at Puffy. I mean, even Puffy is a murderer. And why do I say that? Because he wrote the script for How to Get Away with Murder on ABC. That's Puffy's show. He wrote the script for all of that. He wrote Scandal. So he's very scandalous. We're not going to mention that which Biggie got caught up in and Shine and so forth. But these are the people that you want to surround yourself with. And just mind you that all of these artists give you a monetary image of being rich with lots of money. But look at what their personal lives is like. And look at what it took for them to get there. And where are they now? I mean, Puffy is still doing his thing, but ultimately, he's going down too. Jay-Z is going down too. But he's become the prince of this new age thing for inductees, so to say. But most importantly, something else caught my attention. And this is why I didn't go off into Socrates, Aristotle, Plato, and Pythagoras. It was because a school in South Carolina had taken a 5th grade class, black students, on a field trip. And on this field trip, guess what they did? They picked cotton and sang slave songs. And you can hear the adults in the background that was participating in the event saying, "I can't hear you. Pick more cotton." You serious? In this day and age? In this day and age. And that don't bother you? That don't bother you? Don't you see where this is headed? But that don't bother you. And out of all times, they do this during Black History Month. And as I stated, Black History Month was not Black History Month. It was Negro Week back in the day. But anyway, it's during Black History Month. 5th graders, 5th grade black students in South Carolina. And if I'm not mistaken, I did a message in regards to a man that was in South Carolina, and I believe that was Denmark Vesey. I don't believe that was. I absolutely know for a fact that it was. And he came from over there, from the islands, but ended up in South Carolina. where he didn't get to pull it off because some nigger tricked on him. N-I-G-G-R. Nigger. Ignorant motherfucker. Yeah. Then you got these kids picking cotton, singing slave songs, and then you got this black Sambo coon bootlicking motherfucker who just happens to be a faculty member of the school and said that he found it humorous. That's the type of black man who hates himself. And that's the type of motherfucker who needs to be beat with barbed wire. Because he's no use to us at all. At all. No use to us. How could you say that about yourself? But see, it is necessary for us to feel backwards. It is necessary for us to be maladjusted. It is necessary for us to fight among one another all the time. There's a reason for that in this system. It is necessary for us to be crazy. It is necessary for us to be reminded that we have an inferior complex. And as long as you are here in North America and anywhere else for that matter, they make sure that they enforce that agenda. I'm serious. Just from my standpoint, if you know what I know, chattel slavery is right around the corner again, okay? It's right around the corner. And you too silly and foolish to see it, okay? Because you're consuming yourself with bullshit. That television, because that vision on that television tell you lies. You consume yourself with so much low frequency bullshit. You can't even accept wisdom when it comes your way, and you can't do right because you're so used to doing wrong. This society has made wrong look right, up look down, backward look forward, and forward look back. And you think I'm lying about chattel slavery. Look how we are being killed. Look how we are killing one another. And look at what we are allowing others to do to us. You think about that. This is a 5th grade class. This is a 5th grade class of black students that goes on a field trip to pick cotton. And it's okay with the school district. Oh, and by the way, the coon ass nigger who's on the faculty of the school board of that school said that he thought that it wasn't a bad idea for them to see what black people went through. Are you fucking serious? Them kids go through that shit every fucking day. Every fucking day. And we're going to get off into that shit too. They go through it every day. But they don't see it because they too caught up in comfortability and TV and being pacified with bullshit that keeps them asleep. But it's necessary. It is necessary for that to happen among young black men and young black women. It is absolutely necessary for that to happen. And people have to be crazy. Black people in America have to be crazy in order for these people to pull off that which they want to pull off on you consistently, even after you say you know better. Chattel slavery is right around the corner. According to Mother Frances Cress Welsing, she calls it genetic annihilation. She calls it genetic annihilation. And we as black people continue to induce this bullshit. Nobody has said nothing about this South Carolina shit. But everybody's talking about R. Kelly. Everybody's talking about 6ix9ine. Everybody's talking about the other gay dude on Empire. Look at the dumb shit he did. Okay, this dude sets up his own attack as a gay black dude. Like, gay is not the new fucking black. Gay is not the new fucking black. And they feed you once again this homosexuality shit because it poses no fear. It poses no fear to their establishment. And as long as you are a homosexual, you don't pose any threat to the establishment at all. You can't even be yourself because they got you other than yourself. They got you walking around here like a woman. Look at that shit. White America got you walking around here like a woman, black man, and you accept that bullshit. You accept that bullshit as if it's okay. You become comfortable with being a bitch. You become comfortable with being a bitch. That fucking black dude at the awards walking around with the fucking tuxedo dress on. Are you fucking kidding me? And they loved it. They ate that shit up. And they continuously feed you inferior images. And you don't see anything wrong with that. And like I say, neither do you help change the shit. Your children watch this on television. Your children have to see gay men walking up and down the street. Man holding man. What kind of shit is that? But as I stated in another video, Barack Obama made it legal for a man and man to date one another and marry one another and all of that bullshit. Same way with women. That shit is unnatural. That shit is being maladjusted. Maladjusted. And you don't think chattel slavery is around the fucking corner. You don't think it's around the corner. I can't believe you all haven't said shit about this. It saddens me. It's right around the corner. And they are showing this to you every day. And as I say, it's necessary for them to keep you, black man and black woman, on drugs. And it's necessary, absolutely necessary, to keep you under deception so that you won't rise to your true potential. It is absolutely necessary for white high school students in white school districts across America to call black people animals. These are white high school students. In fact, this incident just took place today in Greendale, Wisconsin. Yeah. And this is according to TMJ4 News. This shit was on the news. But this is what you want to do. This, according to the news, this is the culture of that high school to hate black students. And this implies that regardless to how much integration that you bring about, the feeling of inferiority must be constant in the black personality. Did you hear me? So it don't matter how many black political figures you have, how many black political figures you have, whether they be in Congress or the Senate. It does not matter how many black success stories you hear about in their Oscars, Remember, inferiority is seen in young black boys and black girls at the age of 2, 4 years old, in preschool, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it continues to go on and on and on and on and on. This leads me back to the example when you have black child, the black child in kindergarten, when asked, which doll is pretty, the black doll or the white doll? The black child said that the white doll is pretty and that the black doll is ugly. This is 5-year-old kids, okay? And they just took these kids that's in 5th grade, ironically, 5 and 5th grade, okay? 5 and 5th grade. 5 graders with the dolls, and 5th graders on a field school trip, whereas they had them picking cotton and singing slave songs. And you all don't see nothing wrong with that, and that don't bother you. This would infer that this society that we live in is saturated with racism through TV, social media, and video games. Yes, they have video games, whereas white people capture black slaves. Video games. And like I said, our black neighborhoods help induce this inferiority with the bullshit that we do to one another, the way that we live, the way that we conduct ourselves among one another. And yes, it's huge, and it's quite obvious a fact that the majority of white America don't like black folk for their own evil and maladjusted purpose. Okay? Maladjusted means some fucked up shit. Now, if you don't think that you, as a young black man or a young black woman, mind is not maladjusted, you need to really reassess yourself. I'm not talking to my family out there that is conscious, so to say, but being conscious is just not enough. You have to apply that consciousness. You have to apply that consciousness so that it can be effective. You just knowing some shit ain't gonna be enough. Okay? It's not. But it's how we react to this racism. Whether or not we believe the propaganda, that's entirely up to us. Whether or not you accept that propaganda. If you accept that propaganda, you fuck, because many times we cannot control the thoughts of other people. But we do have the ability and power to control how we react to that type of behavior. Once we internalize that inferiority, we social agents for the racist system and begin to produce those type of children that society needs and wants, which are non-threatening. Non-threatening to evil. And we see evil being placed or heaped upon us every day from this system. And you don't see anything wrong with that. Can somebody help me out here? We must have a political and social structure for our children so that we can educate them in such an order that they flourish. And going on a field school trip, learning how to pick cotton and singing slave songs is not going to cut it. It's just not enough for us to teach our children about chemistry and physics, but we must teach them the political part of chemistry and physics. We must teach them economics and the chemistry of the economics of the physics and chemistry. It's not enough to teach our children the sciences and the new technology that's coming out. No. to catch up with white people because we won't catch up. We too far behind in their system. In their system. Many people say they can do what the fuck they want to do. And they don't think chattel slavery is right around the corner. Well, I highly advise you to look at the new laws that they've instituted. Okay? The new laws that they've instituted. How many of you all look at the new laws that are being instituted in every state? Especially the ones that you stay in. And how those laws apply to you. How do they apply to you? Because believe it or not, most laws aren't made for white people. Now, you don't have to believe me. You may feel I'm being biased, but I'm not being biased. Look at the laws and look at the majority of people that they affect. And then you tell me. Even with all of our degrees in whatever field that we have it in, we still can't or haven't produced anything of our own because we have an inferior education. I'm serious. The money that they have you invest in this schooling system is not worth the ink that the paper is on, okay? And it's all about cash. And like I say, we have an inferior education, and that includes myself in regards to their system because I am an educator. However, I don't subscribe to that which they say I have because they still call me nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Always. But I know that I'm not that. They call me that among themselves. Your intelligence speaks for you. And many of them don't know how to deal with my intelligence. And I thank that to the Creator for imbuing my spirit, for not wanting to be on a low frequency so that I would want to accept some bullshit. Real talk. Silly people. School. They talk about LeBron James and how he got this school. You a fool. It's not a school, fool. It's just a name. It's a state-funded school, state-ran, state curriculum school, fool. Just like Jay-Z got one in Brooklyn. It's state-ran, state-operated, state curriculum, fool. I'm just saying. But you see nothing wrong with what's going on. You see nothing wrong with drag queens coming into school in the library and teaching your kids. Drag queens getting paid to come in your school to educate your children, but you see nothing wrong with that. And you wonder why. You see nothing wrong with the inferiority complex that is constantly being fed into your mind. And like I say, this is just not only in live action, it's on goddamn TV all the time. But you don't find nothing wrong with that. So that makes me question your intelligence as a human being. You find nothing wrong with that. It's just not enough to have knowledge or money. You have to have the knowledge and money combined with organization to make anything effective. Power. That's that word again, power. The ability to create phenomena and make it act according to your desired manner. Power. And as long as this continues, we will continue to feel inferior. They will continue to teach our children to feel inferior, saying that you can't make your child feel like a fucking god or a goddess. You know why? Because you fuck one look like, because you think God is in the fucking sky some goddamn where. And you are, black woman, are the creators of this. You even taught the white people. You even taught the white people. Yes, you taught the Greeks, the Romans, and all of those above, even the fucking Vikings. Do you hear me? But look at yourself now. Look at us. Look at us, but we say we know the fuck better. And they got our kids picking fucking cotton in school on a field trip, singing slave songs, and men walking around with goddamn dresses, getting awards and flashes of cameras and a notoriety, and you don't find shit wrong with that, huh? You don't find nothing wrong with it. And then you got the pedophile that's over there sitting in the goddamn jail, but you still buy his fucking music and you listen to it and you support that shit, but you don't find nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. Maladjustment. Maladjustment. Maladjustment, from just my standpoint, means some type of like retardation or some shit like that. But it's all for the system. It's all for the system. Black men and black women going to prison. It is necessary for that to happen in order for them to continue to exist in the way that they exist. All of that is necessary. But you say that you know better, but don't do a fucking better. Like I say, even on the television, it's like this. And according to BlackAmerica.web, TV is killing the self-esteem of black youth. Why is that? Because what the fuck do they see on TV? Violence, drug selling, bomb. They don't see successful businessmen, and those that are successful is still dealing with some damn drugs or some entertainment bullshit. Nothing real. Nothing real. They show you all of these athletes with the money that you stupid ass people go out there and buy Nikes and Reeboks and all of that shit with their name on it, and they do nothing for you. Nothing. And don't care. They've become just like your oppressor, sucking the life out of you. Sucking the life out of you. And the less resources you have, the more inferior you feel. Now, if you think I'm lying, just think about how you feel when you have $500 versus $5 in your pocket, okay? I'm just saying. We have been comfortable with being on a low frequency. We have been comfortable with that. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some good programs on television. Television. There are some good programs on television. But what channels do you choose? What do you choose to watch? Do you continue to deal with the inferior bullshit? Or do you decide to take the challenge and learn something new that is going to be uplifting for your mind? Because the decisions that you make as a black man and a black woman, if you have children, your decisions will have an effect on your children. Trust me, I know. But it's okay with you. And nothing wrong with that, but you see this happening every day when you walk outside your door. And you see nothing wrong with that. You see nothing with people outside your door that's all day on low frequency. You know why you don't see anything wrong with it? Because you're on a fucking low frequency. I'm just saying. To the master teacher, according to the master teacher, Ronoko Rashidi, what you do for yourself, to yourself, and what you allow others to do to you is based upon what you feel about yourself. Did you hear me? Okay. And I'm going to further quote him, the master teacher, again, when he says that what you think about yourself is what you have been taught about yourself. That's master teacher Ronoko Rashidi. What have you been taught about yourself? And what you've been taught about yourself basically comes from a European point of view. Now, if you think I'm lying, what did they teach you in school? What are they still teaching you in school? I'm just saying. And it is very important for them to keep you in this degraded state. It's important for the European self-identity. It's important for the European self-esteem and his or her superiority. Some of you have even ran into some Europeans, and when you meet them and you weren't exactly what they expected, or you weren't quite with their standards, so to say, you saw them unravel right before your very eyes. Yeah. Right before your very eyes. Maladjustment. Maladjustment ensues and induces the chances of you as a young black man or a young black woman. It induces you to become nobody. I'm serious. And it's like you in a box. I mean, think about it. The Koreans feel that you're inferior. The Chinese feel that you're inferior. The Arabs most definitely feel that you're inferior. Fuck, they still selling us. Okay? They still selling us, and you dumb motherfuckers still buying shit from the Arab store. Okay? I'm just saying. Yeah. They still selling our ass over there right now. And according to statistics, areas that Arabs stay on this damn planet, 1 million of us is sold. Inferior state of mind and existence, because no one in frame of mind or in their proper frame of mind will allow the shit to even happen. You think about that. But you see nothing wrong with it. And you continue to want to integrate into this evil system that is continuously giving you a mal-fucking adjustment. Continuously. And you like that. And then when the shit pop off, oh, but you didn't have sense enough to form your own shit. But you know better. You know better. I spoke about chemistry and physics. How many of you all know about chemistry and fucking physics? How many of you know about calculus? How many of you know about real fucking history? Everything that you have been taught in school is from a Eurocentric point of view. That don't make it true. I've just been explaining to you that they fucking thieves. And even you see this today in your own life. Well, you know about slavery, right? Well, they fucking thieves. Don't believe the story that they tell you in fucking school. Do your research. And if you are a parent who has children or a child, educate them. Educate them. And yes, that may have some effect. No, it won't. Because teachers like bright students. Now, you may have some recoil in regards to why your child may have answered that question like that. Well, you have to know the fucking truth yourself in order for that to happen, right? And when you teach your child truth and you send them to these schools, trust me, you're going to get a call. But that should be a call of goodness to your ears. And you see nothing wrong with them taking children on a fucking field trip, 5th grade, having them pick cotton and fucking sing slave songs. I'm just saying. You walk around here self-hating. You don't like yourself. You hate your fucking self. Yes, black man, black woman, you have said nothing in regards to this shit. Where's the air or press on that shit? It was on Fox News. It was on Fox News. And you all don't say nothing about it. They got you so distorted with bullshit. And you wonder why other nations of people advance. Even the Mexicans got more what the fuck than we got here. And we've been here longer than anybody on the fucking planet, and we ain't got shit. But we had everything at one time. Like I said, how does that happen? Willie Lynch. And you continue to have that syndrome every day. It's sad, and you say nothing about it. You allow it to happen. And it was a teacher who actually took the recorded video footage and gave it to the news. Teacher. You all should be outraged as black people at that bullshit. And if you're not, that should be a wake-up call to you and for you. Slavery is right around the corner. Now, if you think I'm lying, the very same people who gave you your so-called freedom, as long as they are the rulers, they have the power to take it away, right? I'm just saying. It would actually probably cause a civil war. But they don't care. The 10% already got their plan figured out, where they're going to go, what they're going to do. They don't give a fuck. I'm just saying. Gay is not the new black. Gay is not the new black. And don't you let your children walk around talking about they fucking gay. That shit is unnatural. Don't you allow your son watch some goddamn Tyler Perry walking around in some fucking heels and have some fake titties and have on a dress with a wig on trying to be a fucking woman. Don't you allow your boy, your male child, to watch that bullshit. Because that infers that you would have to be a homosexual to have some success in this white society. But not only that, what has Tyler Perry did from you, black people, and all of the money that he's made from you? And that's the same with any entertainer. We can have our own shit. Those that want to involve themselves with that white evil shit, let them do that. But we have enough wealth and talent among our own selves to create our own shit. Whereas we don't have to take our children on a fucking field trip picking picking cotton, singing slave songs. How about taking them on a trip to see statues of Denmark Vesey in South Carolina, or Martin Luther King Memorial that's in Washington, D.C., or Harriet Tubman Museum? But from what I hear about that too, it ain't too much of that either. Nothing. Do you understand? You got some people saying that, well, let's go back to the motherland. Well, we've already been through that process. We were already here. All of this 196,940,000 square miles is fucking home. You have some dumbass people who say, well, God put us in this position. What kind of fucking God will put you in this fucking position, okay? Like, for real. Once again, inferiority. You are the God, black man, black woman. You are the God. There is no God that's coming to save you from your situation. You are the God and goddess. You are. White people are not going to send you a savior. We have to save ourselves. How many times must this be enforced upon you? It's simple mathematics. And for those of us who don't want to get on that frequency, well, go get in where you fit in. Because I'm tired of you stupid motherfuckers on low frequencies. That's just real talk. And it's sad because we can't get nowhere. I can't even have a conversation with a person. Look. We have to get away from that. Like, for real. How much you going to continue to talk about the bullshit every day on low frequency conversations? Every day. How much are you going to talk about what the fuck happened on Hip Hop Atlanta, or the new fucking song by 6ix9ine, or whatever bullshit, Beyonce or Sierra or whatever the fuck they got going on? Nothing. It's all to keep you dumb. Why do you think they've taken all of the positive people that were in the entertainment industry, especially in music? You don't even hear from them no more because they don't want positive music. And those of you who watch these new rappers, you see image that you get is an inferior image. And all of you talking about doing is selling drugs, or what bitch you're gonna fuck, or how big your rims are. You're not talking about building anything. That image that you are eating talks about not building anything for you, with you. Right now, I'm listening to old classic hip hop. What's on right now? Don't sweat this. Don't sweat the technique. Eric B and Rakim. That's how I roll. When is low frequency enough for you? When is inferiority enough for you? When is learning from someone else's point of view of you enough of you? Enough. When do you get enough of that? When do you get tired of not being accepted into the society in which you say that you're integrated in? No integration really exists anyway. It's all an illusion. They even have neighborhoods segregated. They have schools segregated. They have jobs segregated. But they got you under the illusion. And for those of us whom they allow through the cracks, they allow that for a reason. Just to keep those stupid that hasn't made it yet. So that it looks like it's some hope. But there's no hope in a dying society. I'm just saying. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but I know what to tell myself. And if you're not prepared, you need to get prepared. If you are not prepared, you need to get prepared because this is war. We are at war. We have been at war since we've been here. Please, by all means, stop getting comfortable. Because it's just getting started. It's just getting started. You ain't seen shit yet. Wait till they cut off the water. Wait till they raise the bridges up. So you can't drive across the bridges to get to where you need to go. Wait till they cut the lights off. You just wait. Wait till the stores close. Wait till they take your money that's in the bank. Yeah. Are you prepared for that? They prepared. White people get prepared every fucking day, and they show you every day that they get prepared. Are you prepared? Are you continue to gonna be in an inferior state of mind, or believe that you are in an inferior state of existence? How long of that is enough for you? But you continue to send your children to school every day to deal with this shit. And your children do deal with it, especially if they go to a school that's in predominantly white school. I went through it. I sure did. And some black children still go through it today. You have adults that go through it on their jobs. Always a system of dependency. Never you being able to function on your own. Fucking adjusted. But that's enough for tonight. I got to do some more reading, and I have to go take care of something. And for those of you who know me, I will be giving you a call later on this evening. For those of you who haven't heard from me, like my mother, like my grandmother, like my dad, they haven't heard from me. Why? Because I've been doing this, trying to bring you all some informative information, but they know that I'm alive, which is a good thing. So I'm sure they know that I'm busy. If there's anything that I've said that you like, or that placed a question mark above your head, or something that made you think, please, by all means, press that subscribe button, press that like button. I would really appreciate that. And I want to thank you furthermore for all of the support and encouragement that you've given me thus far. Because like I said, without you, this will never be happening. So I tip my hat to you all. And like I said, we got 3 days left. 3 days left, and we are done with this Black History Month, but Black History is every day. So we got plenty information for you all. So by all means, I'll see you all tomorrow earlier. I say 7 to 8 o'clock on this back channel, 7 to 8 o'clock on this back channel. To be aware is to be alive. And we are most definitely aware and alive on this program. This is a show program of higher learning. No bullshit needed. Press that subscribe button. I want to thank you once again for all of your help, for all of your encouragement, for all of your support. By all means, don't drink and drive. Stay away from the police. Have some respect, intelligence, and most definitely character and dignity about yourself. And by all means, anytime you see oppression, whether if it be white on black or black on black, if you can without getting yourself killed, you need to do something about it. But if it's most definitely black on black, which is a felony here, you need to most definitely step in and try to resolve the situation. There's no way that we could continue this inferiority. There's no way we can continue to do this and expect to survive. We will die if we continue to do this. With that, I want to thank you all for watching. I want you to have a good night. And like I say, stay away from the popo. 13th letter to the cipher. We'll holler.